Hello everyone, welcome once again to my channel. Today I'll be speaking on product innovation in companies. Would like to know more about this idea, how you will innovate products and services in your companies. So stick with me, like my channel and like my video. Also, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. It will help me to reach more people like you in the future. All right. So innovation in today's world is a buzzword. Most of the managers are talking about this. In fact, most of the senior leaders in the industry, they are always looking for innovative solutions. Now, innovation is a kind of risky decision for business, as but the most important thing is it is also uh, something which is necessary for the businesses to survive in the long term. Okay. So if you're not innovative, it's very difficult to sustain the business for a very long period of time. So you have to be innovative. Now, however, the sources of innovation are limited. You don't have infinite sources of innovation. Okay, so here comes the challenge: how you can identify the source of innovation, how you can identify what is the right ways to innovate, and once you start deliberating this kind of topic with your team managements or with your consultants, you see there are a couple of other options which will come up there in front of you. All right. So another question comes, how do you choose which is the right way to innovate, and what will be the end stage of that innovative product? Okay. So these are the some small these are some of these topics which we'll be discussing today one by one. Okay. So let us get into it. First, when is the right time for innovation? Now, if you look into the general research of marketing and strategy, we realize that innovation is a continuous process. You just cannot say today is the right time, tomorrow is not the right time. Okay. So innovation is a mindset, and it has to be there within the culture of the company. But again, if you're dealing with standard products or services, you just cannot innovate each and every day. It will freak out your customers. Okay. So you have to understand there are certain times or periods in your company which are more conducive for innovation. And again, there are certain times where it is a necessity. So, for example, if you're in your business, if your company is really performing well, okay, so you have a lot of expert resources probably, and probably your management will also approve your idea to experiment with other things. So that can be the right time for innovation. But again, the required push is not there during the good stages of your company when the company is really performing good. As a side activity, you are doing innovation, but that's really not the calling for you, okay? Because your survival is not at stake unless and until the company is really forward looking, the management is really, really supportive, and all of them have geared up of the future. It's it will be difficult for small and medium companies to get approved of certain product changes and all this kind of stuffs, continuous improvement, all this kind of stuffs during periods of really, really good performance, okay? On the other hand, when your business is not really doing well consistently over a period of time, in that case, everyone feels a need to change. So this is the right idea to implement your innovation. So in your good days, whatever you have thought of, if you have the required processes ready, the backend ready, and your management is also on your side, they have to be brought on the table at the end of the day, okay? But you can really start implementing those ideas when the performance is being stabilized and you get signs for low performance slowly. All right. You still have to manage with your sales, you still have to manage with your day-to-day process, because those are the incremental things that you continue to be doing. But that is the right time when you can go for some drastic steps, and you can convince the management also that, look, this is the time when you need to do these things, and there's a very high chance that probably they will be on your side too. So this is what. Second point we'll be discussing is what are the sources of innovation. Okay. Now, we understand that we are in a world which is continuously changing. The customers are demanding. Customers will switch you if you do not keep on pampering them or satisfying them the way you are doing right now if you're a successful business. Okay. So feedback from the market, feedback from the competitors, feedback from the customers, feedback from your well-wishers. That is an absolute necessity. You need to be constantly collecting feedback for you to continuously understanding what are the slight changes which are happening in customer tastes. Okay, this is what. So you'll be getting a lot of ideas for services innovation and product innovation for the market where you were servicing. So you need to be continuously in touch with those markets. So this is one major aspect which I wanted to highlight here. Second, value the opinion given by your sales representatives. Okay, because they keep on moving here and there, meeting customers, attending meetings, speaking with people which who are in the front line of the business. Okay, so they have a lot of intelligence and gathering for you, and they might not be able to put into uh, the perspective from the in which, let's say, other departments will look into it. For example, let's say uh, the manufacturing department will have a whole different take on your product manufacturing, or let's say your research and development team. All right, they will have another take. But try to understand what the salespeople are saying, because if I look at my own experience, salespeople get the pulse, if I can say so. Okay, so regular meetings with them, regular updates with them, from the point of understanding the innovative requirements. That's what I'm saying. Other than that, salespeople are regularly involved in your internal meetings as well, about their performance. So that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, to speak with the salespeople with an objective of understanding the market requirements more and more. Okay, the customer shifting attitudes more and more. Okay, and they are also at the right source to understand what your competitors are doing. Okay, so that's another thing you may would like to keep in mind. The third thing I'll highlight is your own research and development team. They are always breeding with ideas. They are, they always maintain a pipeline of changes or new enhancements or upcoming products. So it's a great source. Okay. The fourth source for ideas for innovation in a company will come from your paid consultants. So in some of the companies, if you decide to hire paid consultants, they will do the survey for you, they will do the study for you, and they'll come up with all ideas, innovative ideas for you. So these four are the primary choices. Now, during my discussions with senior managers for the corporates and senior and also I've spoken to some mid-level managers as well. Both this group of people, what they're saying that the real challenge is not getting ideas for innovation. That will come somehow. If you're in the business of doing things, it'll come to you. But the actual change is how to select. Okay, so understanding the innovation pipeline is extremely essential. So, for example, if you have three or four brilliant ideas, and one group of people are saying, let's say there are some minor changes in the product which you can do and launch the same product in a different market, it will do really well. So that's one thing that you have. The second thing is, we look in the future, and probably in the next 2 years, we're going to launch another variation or version of the product. Okay. The third thing is you need to hire new resources, maybe human resources. You need to hire, you need to procure certain other things, or probably there are patented solutions. You need to get in tie up with some of the companies or service providers with whom you can bring another kind of product. So these are long terms, and it takes certain amount of investments and risk taking abilities from the management side to do these things. So here comes a real challenge. How do you decide out of three or four, five options that you have, or minimum two or three options that you have, which one to choose from? All right. So this is our job. That's what we do. We rely on mathematical modeling. We rely on qualitative studies. So not only numbers we look into, you also look into the qualitative and the human and the market aspects, and then jointly we come to a conclusion. So thank you very much for being with me.